Shoot me. Come on.
No, I can't.
Do it! How'd you like that?
But how do you do it?
Magic.
I'll perform this feat in a manner never before seen by yourselves or any other audience anywhere in the world.
The audience loved it.
This trick is top-notch.
We need to celebrate.
A real magician tries to invent something new. It's something that other magicians will scratch their heads over.
I suppose you have such a trick.
Actually, I do. It's the one they're gonna remember me for.
What happened?
It was the greatest magic trick I've ever seen. I need to know how he does it.
He has no trick. It's real. Every great magic trick consists of 3 acts. The first act is called the pledge. The magician shows you something ordinary, but of course, it probably isn't. The second act is called the turn.
He's obsessed with discovering your method.
The magician makes this ordinary something do something extraordinary. Now you're looking for the secret, but you won't find it. That's why there's a third act called the prestige. It's the part with the twists and turns, where lives hang in the balance.
Come on!
And you see something shocking you've never seen before. This was built by a man who can actually do what magicians pretend to do.
Real magic.
I know what you really are.
How does he do it?
You want the truth?
Nothing is impossible.
Abracadabra.
No more secrets.
Secrets of my life.
I need something impossible.
First time I tried to change the world, I was hailed as a visionary. Second time, I was asked politely to retire. If I were to build for you this machine, you would be presenting it merely as illusion?
Well, if people actually believed the things I did on stage, they wouldn't clap, they'd scream.
But have you considered the cost? I can recognize an obsession. No good will come of it.
Well, hasn't good come of your obsessions?
At first, but I followed them too long.
If you understand an obsession, then you know you won't change my mind.
So be it.
Will you build it?
I've already begun to build it, Mr. Antier. I hope you enjoy the mountain air. This will take some time.
And now, a special inside look at The Prestige, the new film from Christopher Nolan, the director of Batman Begins and Memento.
You've got to get your hands dirty if you're going to achieve the impossible.
The Prestige is the story of two magicians, and as they become more successful, they become rivalry. The rivalry escalates and so ultimately has quite deadly consequences.
Borden and Angier are incredibly competitive. They would go as far as possible to be the greatest magician of all time, for their tricks to outlive themselves, so that 100 years later, people still couldn't work out how this trick was done.
A real magician tries to invent something new. It's something that other magicians will scratch their heads over.
I suppose you have such a trick.
Actually, I do. It's the one they're going to remember me for.
Borden comes up with this trick, and Angier can't work out how he does it.
What happened?
It was the greatest magic trick I've ever seen.
He has no trick. It's real.
He's obsessed with discovering your methods.
He's taken it to a whole other level with his obsession, involving a great deal of sacrifice.
There's a great deal of mystery to the man.
This was built by a man who can actually do what magicians pretend to do.
Real magic. I mean, we have a terrific cast of the film. It's been really interesting to see how both Christian and Hugh have taken on the ideas behind the way a magician thinks, the way a magician might work, and made it their own. They're just such talented performers.
And lovely Scarlett Johansson. She is fantastic.
She just did an amazing job, and we knew right away that we were seeing something special.
Perfect cast. These guys love their roles. They bring it every day, and they just, it shows, I think, ultimately in their work.
You want to be completely prepared. You never want to disappoint Chris because he always holds up his end of the bargain.
One of the great things about working with Chris is I'm able to come to him with an idea, and he's able to look at it and flip it around and immediately see how you can make it just a little bit more twisted and more interesting.
It's an incredibly mysterious, interesting world.
A little bit of misdirection and reveals.
By the time you finish, you just want to jump straight back in and see it for a second time.
It's illusion and it's reality.
Endless possibilities, anything can happen.
You would jump straight out of your seat.
I know what you really are.
How does he do it?
You want the truth.
Nothing is impossible.